Do you wish you were an Avatar?
Dude, I know a guy that's in that fucking movie, and I see his house. He lives in my neighborhood, and I think what the checks that he cashes from being in that fucking movie.
Yeah. Which guy?
His name's Joel David Moore. You ever see Grandma's Boy?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
He's the
tall.
Yeah, exactly. I love that guy.
Yeah, he's so funny, man.
Yeah.
He was an Avatar, and every time I see him, I'm always like, what the fuck does that pay you out a year? Because it's an endless stream of residuals from that.
He's in Avatar 1.
Yeah, he's in both.
I think he's in both. No, he's in both.
He's in both.
Yeah, he's in both.
Yeah.
I got to see a picture.
That's when you that's the proverbial lottery in Hollywood. When someone's like, you hit the lottery, it's shit like that where you're like,
become part of a franchise.
Well, because but you became one of the ones that's like forever embedded in the history of film. Like you'll never not make money on that film.
100%.
Oh, he was in Dodgeball too. He's a funny guy.
Man,
this guy's
very
hilarious.
funny guy.
He's so fucking funny.
Okay, how is Hollywood reacting to Avatar? Have you seen it yet?
No.
Okay. I want to know about Hollywood reaction to it, but first, before, I just want to talk about it for a second. It is the reason why we go to the movies. I saw it.
Avatar is.
Yeah, regardless of if you like the story or not. Like some people are like, oh, I thought the story was traditional or whatever. I don't really care about that. I love story. It's the most important thing. But the spectacle of it all, to me, I thought the story is fine. It was great. But the spectacle, the world that you're brought into, the escape that it creates is magnificent.
And no, I know what you mean. It was the same reason that like Top Gun for me was like
100%.
Visually, you want to see something that's what Hollywood returns to like.
He said Top Gun was the greatest movie he's ever seen.
I think it's the greatest movie of all time.
He said it's the greatest story of any movie he's ever seen.
That part is totally wrong. I mean, it's not one of the best visual things you've ever seen.
I didn't say that.
You did.
I said it's the greatest movie story that's ever been made.
It's probably one of the greatest visual things I've seen.
Visually, I wasn't even that blown away.
I thought it was good.
He's had a mustache since the day he's seen it and has not shaved.
What do you? Hold on, where are my shades? No, I thought Top Gun was absolutely fantastic. It saved movies.
I thought it was great for what it was.
Saved movies,
bro.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I thought it was great for what it was.
What is it? No, it's a blockbuster and it's a great blockbuster. I didn't think it was the greatest story, but kind of like Avatar, when you go to the theaters, if I want to see a great movie, a great story, I'll see it at home. If I want to see a blockbuster, I'm going to the theater.
Yeah, well, if it's visual, you have to go to the theater.
Let me clarify. Yeah. With Top Gun, what I said is it is a traditional hero's journey story.
Okay.
What I said is it's executed to perfection. That's the literal thing I said is this is a traditional Hollywood blockbuster executed to perfection. It wasn't, and I specifically compared it to Everything, Everywhere, Every Whatever, One to Whatever. That was something that I'd never be able to say that movie. But
such a good movie.
It's a phenomenal movie. Different story, completely different type of storytelling.
Yeah.
Okay, you look at that like, wow, this is something I haven't seen before. That's not traditional. Top Gun is traditional and executed to perfection.
It is. It is.
Yeah,
but also it's like, I'm turning this ringer off. But also my problem with it is it's recalling all these feelings you had because of Top Gun 1.
Just say you weren't in it, bro.
I'm not in it.
Say that's the problem.
I was pissed.
You should have been one of those guys.
Pissed.
Did you go up for it?
No.
They didn't even think about you. They didn't even fucking consider you. Wait, why do you think that they looked at your headshot and then just tore it in half?
Okay, I don't know about that.
They didn't even look at it.
They didn't?
They're like Santino's headshot and they fucking threw it right back in the trash.
Can I ask you a question?
You think they knew your name?
You know what? Those people?
You think they said Santino's headshot? Or you think they just saw red hair and then threw it out?
Those people? Those people? They definitely knew you.
They knew my name.
They definitely knew.
No. You know what? That's the kind of stuff this is the hard, weird line of Hollywood of being a comedian, is you're inherently always discounted for those things. You have to push. Like Jonah Hill used to talk about it a lot. Nobody took him serious.
Yeah, he's struggling.
And they didn't want to like get him in those movies. Well, no, but you know what I mean? Like they wanted him to be a funny dude.
For that guy, I mean, he really.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But no, truth be told, they don't really love to think of comics in those worlds. They're like, no, there's other real actors that do that. That's the way they look at it. You're not a real actor, dude.
Well, most comics aren't leading men.
Yeah.
That's just the reality.
Not even leading
real
men.
actors.
Most comics
aren't real actors.
They don't want you to be third banana on top. They don't want you to be one of the pilot. That's not. Those other guys aren't.
Just called one of those black guys a banana. That's kind of what it feels like.
Tell me I'm wrong. No. No, but like they wouldn't let you be. They wouldn't let you be 4th, 5th, 6th down the list because they don't see you like that.
Yeah,
you're not. You're a comedian guy. So when you have to sucker them into, you convince them, and your agents and people go, dude, you have to see him for this thing. Like I'm up for this fucking this movie that I want really fucking bad.
Can you get us an audition on it?
I want it bad.
Duff, can you get us an? Yeah.
And I had to do a Boston accent and all this shit. And I really wanted it bad. And I'm still in the mix for it, but it's way bigger than me. Like,
can you tell us what the movie
Ted
is?
2. It's Ted 2.
Ted 2?
Ted 3.
Ted 3, yeah.
Oh, there was a Ted 2.
Oh, yeah.
And I wasn't in that shit either.
Can you say what it is, the movie? And then we bleep it?
No, but I can just, I mean, just Matt Damon it's him. So to say no more. And when they showed me the whole thing, I was like, holy fuck, this is like a lot of scenes in this movie. And they were like, yeah, and they like you for it. So I did the tape, and they were like, okay, we're gonna talk after the new year. So now I'm kind of waiting in the wings to find out what the fuck the next movie is. Wow. Like, I'm willing to just be like, I'll come down to Boston. I'll come back to Boston and go sit with you guys. You want me to sit? Because sometimes that's what's weird. When you're on my level, you have to go like really sell yourself to them and be like, here's why I can be of value. Instead, a guys like Miles Teller and all those, I mean, dude, they get calls. Yo, we want you. Okay, word. But for us, there's this weird like, don't they just tell you that? It's like, no, dude, you have to be a salesman of like, here's how I can do it.
Yeah, you should try the opposite. That's worked really well for me.
Oh, yeah?
Where they ask you to be in the movie,
Yeah.
and then you go, ugh, I don't want to do it.
And then they put you in.
And then they just keep asking.
Right.
And then keep making it worth more money.
You call my agent
Yeah,
real
tell
fast.
them, try that. Yeah.
Tell Matt Damon to suck a dick. He's like, hey, Matty, fuck off. Yeah. Never works again. I think that's they don't consider you for, they don't think about you like that. Like, it's,
well, they can tell you want it.
Yeah, well, because
They don't know what to do when someone doesn't want it or doesn't need it.
Yeah,
They
they're hot
freak
girls
out.
in a
It's
lot
kinda
of
like
ways.
it's not like the Pete Davidson thing where like Pete didn't really, he always had that attitude of like, and God bless him for it. He was always like, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, it was fucking amazing.
And they were
to
like,
see.
maybe.
Yeah. We don't know how to.
Nobody
we know
says that word.
Yeah.
So I guess I understand a piece of that, but with stuff like this, I want it because I want to have another. I want to transition a little bit out of comedy sometimes. Do you know what I mean? Like that, my favorite comedic actors were always good enough to do other things and not just stay in comedy shit. You know, like when Jim Carrey left being Jim Carrey for a little while, I loved it, dude.
Yeah, that was very cool.
He didn't have a choice but to kind of come back a little bit, and then that Burt Wonderstone movie was.
So you want out of this game? You want out of comedy?
No, I want to be able to. I want to be able to dip my feet in both, baby.
It's like fucking Barbara Walters, dude.
Yeah, that was a good question.
Bro.
That was a good
Barbara
question.
Walters.
Truly, it felt like you weren't listening at all.
Yeah,
That's why it's good. It comes out of left field. You never saw that. Sometimes it comes out of right field.
No, you know what I do.
You're not going to even know where this question
I want a little bit.
You have no clue what I'm about to ask.
Oh, go ahead.
I don't even know yet. I have no clue. I don't even know. It's going to be based on the next thing that you say.
Okay.
Okay, go.
And I want to fucking switch it up a little bit. I don't want to. I like doing movies like House Party and all this other shit and being these, but I do want something else that's like makes me feel different and then also legitimizes you for other shit. I need it.
Biden?
No thanks.
No, you could play Biden. You'd be a good Biden.
You could be Biden.
You'd be an
Could I?
amazing Biden. Yeah, his biopic.
What are we going to do about Ukraine, Mr. President?
Well, you gotta understand. Well, part of the reason I've never been on a you know, growing up in Connecticut, what blacks smell funny.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Give him the role, Hollywood. Come on.
That guy has done such a disservice talking. Whenever they get him to talk, it makes me sad. Don't let him talk.
Yeah, they gotta give him to Stephen Hawking or something.
Have you heard the bit?
You can drop an N-bomb.
I know, right? Well,
Would you say an N-bomb as a character?
of course.
Wouldn't
Wouldn't even think twice. If Tarantino wrote that down, he told me to say it.
Now, would you riff one? Let's say your character was a racist. Okay, let's say you're doing a scene. Okay, you're doing Curb Your Enthusiasm. You're playing a racist where there's no lines. You have to riff. You're a racist. Are you dropping?
100%. I'm not even thinking about it. You said be the guy. I'll be the guy. What do you want me to do?
He wants it, Andrew.
You think a guy in the KKK holds himself back from saying it?
I think so. I think they think that's hacky.
He's like, let me tell you something about these boys. I'm trying to reserve myself.
Yeah.
These blacks.
Yes. Yes.
You know how?
No, I think they have other words for it. I think they figured out.
Oh, they've got new slang.
Exactly, because the N-word is just like, well, that's old.
What
it's like
other
saying
words?
What are the words, Andrew?
I'm on an email. I'm on like a list. Like, I get an email from them, and like they found some. Yeah, they got some good ones. They've got some good ones. Yeah.
I saw one that was that somebody said.
Russell on his Def Jam said one. They called them Mondays.
Mondays?
Because nobody likes Mondays.
Nobody likes Monday? Someone said there was like a meme that was like, look at all these burnt ends. And I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
Jeez.
That was tough.
That was genius. Say something that you say regularly as a meme. That is fucking smart.
Yeah, it was
How
quick.
did you just do that right there?
It was quick.